Hi and welcome to Spice and Pans. Today we'll be cooking Steamed Stuffed Tofu Puff. So let's start cooking. We are now going to mix the ingredients for the fillings. I have with me over here 250 grams of minced pork. You can always replace the pork with chicken or beef, no problem at all. I'm going to add in 1 stalk of spring onion, chopped finely like this. 25 grams of carrots, also chopped very finely like this. As well as 2 pieces of Chinese mushroom, rehydrated and chopped finely too. Just add them all in. For the seasoning, I'll be adding in 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of light soya sauce, half a teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, a few dashes of white pepper, as well as 2 tablespoons of corn flour. We'll mix them up together as well as possible. Make sure you mix them up well. After we mix this up, we'll fill the tofu puff with these beautiful fillings. We'll now proceed to put our stuffing into our tofu puff. I've already done some of them and I'll show you how I do it. The tofu puff that I purchased comes in a dozen and weighs around 65 grams. If you're using bigger tofu puffs, you just portion your fillings accordingly. I'm going to show you how I do this. Just snip off a little bit to have an opening like this. Using your scissors, carefully snip open the tofu puff. Alright, just keep snipping it. Try not to break the outer skin. Once you make a hole in all your tofu puff, we'll proceed to put the stuffing in. Using a pair of chopsticks, just gently open up the tofu puff. Put about half of the filling in first. Slowly push them in. And then using your index finger and your thumb, make a circle like this so that you can hold to it firmly. Just push the stuffing in. Line them against the wall of the tofu puff first. And we proceed to slowly stuff everything in. Just repeat the process with the rest. And after we are done with this, we will go and steam them. Okay, so this is done. We'll proceed with filling up the rest before we steam them. Now we will steam our tofu puffs. Boil a pan of water. Make sure it's boiling. Put the tofu puffs in. And we'll steam this for around 10 to 12 minutes. Keep the water boiling while you're steaming the tofu puff. I'm using medium heat. While we are steaming the tofu puff, let's prepare the sauce. Now we'll prepare the sauce. Heat up a pan. Put in a suitable amount of oil. I'm using medium heat now. Add in 3 pieces of shallots, chop up. Move them around first. Add in also 2 cloves of garlic chopped. We'll fry them until they are fragrant. Now the important thing about making this is don't turn the heat up too high because we don't want to burn the shallots as well as the garlic. We just want the beautiful fragrance to be out. Once you can smell the beautiful aroma, we'll add in half a cup of water. Now we'll add in 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Mix them up well. We'll add in also half a teaspoon of sugar. And to have a darker color to our sauce, I'm just going to add in perhaps half a teaspoon of dark soya sauce. Turn the heat up a little bit higher, let it come to a boil. Now we'll add in a little bit of a cornstarch solution to thicken the sauce up. Thicken it to the consistency that you like. And finally add 1 tablespoon of hua tiao jiu. If you don't take alcohol, you can always omit this, no problem at all. Now the sauce is ready, let's just turn it off, and after this, we'll just pour this over the tofu puff. 12 minutes is up and the tofu puffs are done. We'll now remove them from heat and I'll transfer them to a serving plate. I poured the sauce on the serving plate and now I'm just laying the tofu puffs on the sauce. After that, we'll just sprinkle some spring onion and it's time for our lunch. And now the dish is done, let's have a taste. You can taste the carrot, the mushroom. This is a really good dish. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like our video. Do click like on our video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.